Vincent, the tail end of summer last year and the beginning of, I guess it was autumn, we were sitting here talking a lot about EADS and BAE Systems, possible merger. It didn't happen. It sort of collapsed around October, I think. But EADS has done extremely well since.
Absolutely.
And had results today.
Yeah, absolutely. The commercial civilian airline business, the aerospace business, essentially building airplanes for the world's airlines, is doing very, very well. It's in the middle of an upcycle. And EADS is really riding that very well, because Airbus is, it has really reached the same plateau as Boeing now, and they're competing on all fronts, right across the board. And Airbus is incredibly competitive, and it has a great product, and massive order book. So it's in a position to raise the dividend. Revenue is up a good deal. Income is up. There's a lot of things going right for EADS and Airbus right now. And
that was part of the attraction for the timing for BAE Systems, wasn't it? We knew that was a good business.
Exactly. I mean, so EADS would have been a great partner for BAE. Essentially, the rationale for the merger at the time was that commercial aerospace is very cyclical, and to outweigh that, you buy a defence business. Yeah. So that's essentially what EADS was trying to do. It didn't happen for reasons that we don't need to go into. But it's still, that rationale still exists at EADS. It remains a very cyclical business with a very suboptimal small defence business. So at some point, in the next decade, EADS will start to struggle, because the cycle, the commercial airline cycle, will have abated, and it'll be left, I guess, without the second leg to stand on. So I think that issue still hangs over EADS.
And as well as operationally, and I know the cycles with the company as well, these results showed that financially the firm's doing much better too.
It is, yes. I mean, for example, it burned through €3 billion of cash in the first 9 months, and yet it was able to turn that into free cash flow of $1.5 billion by the fourth quarter. Partly that's because of the way in which airlines pay for planes, but that's a sort of technical issue. The other thing is, of course, it has a lot of cash. It has €12 billion of cash. It's net cash on the balance sheet. It's in a very, very healthy position from a cash perspective. So, very strong balance sheet, and it looks like a really solid company right now.
So, final quick question: shares are up by about a third since October. Do you think shareholders have forgiven Tom Enders? The deal is ancient history. No one cares anymore.
I think at this stage, yes, but I think that from a strategic perspective, the issue will not go away. It may. I mean, who knows? It might be revived down the line, but certainly nobody's talking about it anymore.
It certainly shows that deals aren't everything to create value. Thank you very much, Vincent.